The Supreme Court case of Plessy v. Ferguson occurred during 1896. Before Plessy v. Ferguson became a Supreme Court case, it went through the New Orleans District Courts and the Louisiana State Courts. It was argued by Homer Plessy, who was arrested after refusing not to move in a whites-only railroad car, and his attorney, that the Separate Car Act was unconstitutional under the 13th and 14th Amendments. The final ruling was that it was constitutional because the 14th Amendment only required legal equality, not social equality. Also, Justice John Marshall Harlan said that the Separate Car Act was to give equal accommodations for whites and blacks and was for them to keep to themselves when traveling in railroad cars. This case implied that the black citizens were a lower class and that they were not as important compared to the white citizens. It also started the discrimination of blacks outside of public transportation. For example, it started to appear in school districts, restaurants, movie theaters, and even drinking fountains. Under the 14th Amendment, it is said that all citizens are to be equally protected by law, but the African American facilities were underfunded and poorly maintained compared to white facilities. These rulings and laws stood for over 50 years until the Brown v. Board of Education case in 1954, which was the first time a discrimination case was ruled unconstitutional. We now realize that all citizens are equal under the U.S. Constitution. Segregation and discrimination is abolished in most of America today.